Hi guys, this is part 2 of properties of acid and base. In the previous video, we saw about the some of the properties of acid and base. I will give the link in the description box. This is part 2. Now, what will come when acid or base is reacting with this metal carbonates? So, we are going to react that acid or base. I am taking here acid, and this acid is going to react with what means metal carbonates. Metal carbonates. What the products will come? Salt plus carbon dioxide gas plus water. This is the main procedure. When acid is reacting with metal carbonate, salt, carbon dioxide and H2O, water will outcome. Here I am taking hydrochloric acid, HCl. Hydrochloric acid I am taking here plus why I am writing here to balance the equation. If you have any doubt means you can check my videos. I will give the balancing I will give the link how to balance the equation. Why I am writing here before 2 that and all I will give the previous video. You can check in that video to balance the equation. So come to here, acid I am taking 2 HCl and metal carbonate what? Sodium carbonate I am taking. Sodium is metal and metal carbonate Na2CO3. Metal carbonate I am taking, and HCl and sodium carbonate is reacting with each other, and what I said, salt will form. So this Na and this Cl is joining together, so NaCl obtained. How many Na? 2 Na. How many Cl? 2 Cl. So 2 NaCl plus CO2 I said. Here CO2 plus balance one oxygen is here, so that oxygen will join with this H2O, water will outcome. So what is that? Acid is reacting with metal carbonate, it yields salts, carbon dioxide and water. Like that I am taking what acid? Hydrochloric acid. Metal carbonate, what metal carbonate? Sodium carbonate I am taking here, and what will come? NaCl, 2 NaCl, salt outcomes and carbon dioxide plus water will outcome. And the next topic is reaction with metal oxides. Reaction with metal oxides. Okay, here metal carbonates, here I am taking only metal oxides. So what metal oxide I am taking? Copper oxide. Copper oxide plus same acid, hydrochloric acid I am taking here. So what will outcome? This Cl and this Cu will join. CuCl2, copper chloride plus this H2O will join. H2O, water will outcome. So when metal oxide is reacting with acid, copper oxide, metal oxide is reacting with acid, same salt plus water will outcome. And next property is non-metal oxides. Non-metal oxides with base. Non-metal oxides means what? Oxide means oxygen group will be present in that, and non-metal means it should not be a non-metal. Carbon, like that, anything non-metal. Non-metal means carbon dioxide gas, like that is known as non-metal. Carbon dioxide gas, hydrogen gas, so that and all known as non-metal. So here non-metal, what non-metal I am taking? Carbon dioxide I am taking. Carbon dioxide plus metal, non-metal oxides. So non-metal oxides, carbon dioxide, and base, what base I am taking means calcium hydroxide, CaOH2. Calcium hydroxide base I am taking here. What will happen? As usual, the H2O, water will outcome. H2O, water will outcome. So balance CaCO3 will join here. CaCO3. This H2 and 1 O will outgoes, and this will join with this CaCO3. When non-metal oxide is reacting with base, we got calcium carbonate plus water. And next property is neutralization. The topic name is neutralization process. What is meant by neutralization process? When acid and base, these two is reacting with each other, it yields the product as salt. The product will come salt. So this process is known as neutralization process. How it is called neutralization process? Why means this acid contain H plus ion and this base contain OH minus ion. Okay, any acid, for example HCl you can take. In this H plus ion it have, like that base, any base, for example sodium hydroxide, it is having OH minus ions. Okay, so this HCl will separate as H plus plus Cl minus. So this H plus from this acid and this base Na plus OH minus, it will separate like this. So this OH minus. So this acid is having H plus and this base is having OH minus. One H plus ion of acid is neutralized by one OH minus ion of the base. This H plus ion is neutralized by this OH minus ion. When this H plus and this OH minus will join with each other, plus and minus equally, it will join as H2O. So the neutralized product we got H2O, like that we got. So what I am telling means one H plus ion of acid is neutralized by one OH minus ion of the acid. When all the H plus ion, for example any acid I am taking here, any acid, if for example this acid contains 3 H plus ion. So when all the H plus ion in the acidic solution are neutralized by same number of OH minus ion, opponent base I am taking, and that is having 3 OH minus ion. So when all the H plus ion is neutralized by same number of OH minus ion, same number of OH minus ion neutralized by same number of OH minus ion of the basic solution, and that is called complete neutralization. And that is called complete neutralization. So an example I will give here. What I said, acid is reacting with base and it gives what? Salt. So what acid means? HCl I am taking here. HCl plus what base? Sodium hydroxide, NaOH. So this H plus and this OH minus, these two is, this H plus is neutralized by this OH minus and it forms H2O, and the balance thing Na plus Cl will join with each other. It forms salt. So finally here I said no, acid plus base, it will give salt, like that this acid and this base joined with each other and it gives salt and water. So this process is known as neutralization process. Now we are going to compare the properties between acid and base, that is comparative study of acid and base. First property, first we will see about acid. Acids are corrosive chemical substance. Acids are corrosive chemical substance. When we touch the acid, they form painful blisters in our skin. So we have to handle the acid very carefully, and the acid will form painful blisters when it is come to contact with our skin. And H2SO4, for example sulfuric acid, it will absorb the water from our skin tissue and it will make some issues in our skin. And next one is nitric acid, HNO3. Nitric acid, this reacts with skin proteins to form a pulp like mass. This HNO3 nitric acid is react with skin proteins and it will form a pulp like mass which is painful. So next one is base. Base means OH minus ion will present. So for example sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, like that. And these are all known as caustic soda and caustic potash. Caustic soda and caustic potash. So someone is used, some bases is used in the food, like a baking soda, like that sodium bicarbonate, like that Na2HCO3, that and all we are using in the food products. And here the base is slippery to touch. If we touch the base, it feel like slippery to touch. Okay. Then what will come when acid and base react with each other? We know already, acid plus base is reacting with each other. It will give what? Salt. So we know that as usual. Here I am taking acid H2SO4, sulfuric acid plus base potassium hydroxide. What will come means water molecule will liberate here 4 hydrogen is here, so I'm writing here 2, and balance one is this 2 will join K2SO4. Potassium sulfate will formed. Like that, another example, HNO3 I am taking here, plus calcium hydroxide I am taking, acid plus base, which gives as usual H2O, and this Ca and NO3 will join together. CaNO3 twice. Calcium nitrate will form. So salt will come plus water will outcome. Here we are going to see some of the viva question which is asked in the practical examination. So first question is, what are the uses of acid? Some acids is using preservatives in pickle. For example, acetic acid. What is the formula for acetic acid? CH3COOH. This acetic acid is used as preservative in pickles. And next one is H2SO4. H2SO4 means what? Sulfuric acid. And this sulfuric acid is used in batteries. HCl, hydrochloric acid. And this is used in cleaning sanitary ware. And HNO3, nitric acid. It is used to clean gold ornaments. So these two acids is using for cleaning, and HNO3 is used for cleaning gold ornaments, and HCl is used in clean to sanitary ware. And next viva question is, give some examples of acid which is present in the food. For example, lemon juice. In lemon juice, what acid is present? Citric acid is present. In vinegar, what acid is present? Acetic acid is present. Soda pop. In soda, what acid is present? Carbonic acid is present. And next question is, give some properties of acid. Properties of acid. What is the properties of acid? It is in sour taste. Taste is sour taste. And corrosive. It is a corrosive chemical substance. It conducts electricity. Why means the acid contains H plus ions. So this H plus ions are the main source to conduct the electricity. And next one is, it is having the ability to change the blue litmus paper to red. So these are all the properties of acid. It is in sour taste, and when it is a corrosive chemical substance. When it is contact with our skin, it forms some painful blisters, pulp like a mass, and we have to handle the acid very carefully. And next one is electricity. It will conduct electricity. Why means acid contains H plus ion, and that is the main source for the electricity conduction, and it is having the ability to form a blue litmus paper to red. And next question is pure water is acid or base? Is pure water is acid or base? Water is a amphoteric substance. Amphoteric substance means what? It's a neutral substance. Its pH value is 7. Water pH value, H2O, its pH value is 7. So it's a neutral substance. Next one is, what is pure acid? Pure acid means without water. Acid without water. Acid without water, and that is known as pure acid. And this pure acid without water, it conducts the electricity very poorly. It is a poor electric conductor. Pure acid is a poor electric conductor. Why? Without water, how it contains the H plus ions? So if we add the water means only it will contain H plus ion, and this H plus ion is the main source for the conduction of the electricity. So the pure acid without water, it conducts the electricity very poorly. And next one is, what are weak acids? Weak acids which dissociates partially in an aqueous solution. The number of H plus ion produced by the dissociation of a weak acid will lose us that produced in a strong acid. We know in the pH scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, when the pH value is lowering, the acid will become very strong. Number 1 pH value means that is a strong acid, but 6 means it is a very weak acid. So these are all the Viva question. Thank you.